The wedding hall was already filling with guests when my stepmom suddenly blocked my way. She looked at my empty hands and smirked. "Where's your seat card?" she asked loudly. I checked my pocket. It was gone. A few relatives started whispering. Then she shrugged and said, "Well, without a seat card, you're not part of the wedding." People began staring. I was about to walk out quietly until the wedding planner noticed my military ID in my hand, and everything in the room changed. Before we continue, take a second to like this video and subscribe. Stories like this remind us that respect isn't something you demand, it's something you reveal when people least expect it. Now let me tell you what really happened. Full story. My name is Daniel Carter, and that wedding was my father's. After my mother passed away 8 years ago, my dad remarried quickly. My stepmom, Linda, believed every event had to look perfect. Perfect decorations, perfect photos, perfect guests, and apparently a perfect guest list. When I entered the reception hall that afternoon, conversations softened for a moment. Not because anyone was excited to see me, because they were surprised I showed up. I kept things simple, just a dark suit, polished shoes, and a quiet entrance. Linda noticed me almost instantly. Her smile looked polite from a distance, but up close, it felt rehearsed. "Daniel," she said slowly, "you made it." Then her eyes dropped to my hands. "Where's your seat card?" I checked my pockets. Left side, right side, nothing. "I had one at the entrance," I said calmly. Linda sighed dramatically, loud enough for nearby relatives to hear. "Well, that's unfortunate." A few cousins leaned closer. One aunt whispered something behind her hand. Linda folded her arms. "Every guest has a seat card," she continued. "If you don't have one, you don't have a table." A few quiet laughs floated through the room. Someone murmured, maybe he wasn't invited. My father was across the hall greeting business friends. He hadn't noticed yet. Linda lowered her voice just enough to sound polite, but loud enough for everyone nearby to hear. "You know how weddings work, Daniel. We can't just have people sitting wherever they want." The message was clear. You don't belong here. People were openly watching now. Phones out, whispering spreading table to table. Linda gave a small shrug. "So, unless you find that seat card, I'm afraid there's no place for you here."
Understood.
I nodded slowly. Understood. I turned toward the exit.
And that's when the wedding planner approached. She had clearly noticed the tension. "Is everything all right?" she asked. Linda answered immediately. "He doesn't have a seat card." The planner looked at me politely. Then her eyes dropped to the card in my hand, my military ID. Her posture straightened instantly. "Sir, are you Captain Daniel Carter, United States Army?" The room went quiet. Linda blinked. "Captain?" The planner nodded respectfully. "Yes, ma'am. Captain Carter serves with the United States Army's 82nd Airborne Division." Whispers stopped. She continued clearly, almost proudly. "He recently returned from his second overseas deployment and currently serves as a company commander responsible for over 100 soldiers." My father had started walking toward us now. "Daniel," he said, confused. The planner gestured toward the center of the hall. "The Veterans Tribute table tonight. That was his request." People followed her gesture. Near the stage stood a large table with a sign, "Reserved, Veterans and Service Members." The planner added, "Captain Carter arranged for several local veterans to be honored here tonight." My father looked stunned. "You did that?" I nodded. "I didn't want attention," I said quietly. "I just wanted them to be recognized." Then the planner added the final detail. "And the head seat at that table is reserved for Captain Daniel Carter." Silence filled the room. An older man near the bar slowly stood up. He studied the insignia on my ID. Then he gave a quiet salute. Another guest stood, then another. Within seconds, the entire room was standing. Some people clapped softly. Others simply stood in respect. My father's face changed completely. He stepped closer, his voice heavy. "Son, I didn't know." I met his eyes. "That's okay," I said gently. "But Mom would have liked the veterans being honored tonight." His expression cracked a little. Linda said nothing. The same woman who had just tried to remove me from the wedding now stood frozen while an entire room showed respect she couldn't control. No one laughed anymore. No one whispered. I didn't embarrass her. I didn't need to. I simply walked toward the veterans' table as the guests remained standing. The older veteran who had saluted earlier pulled out the head chair. "Captain," he said quietly. For the rest of the evening, the room stayed different, quieter, more thoughtful. Because sometimes people try to humiliate you in public, only to discover the person they underestimated was the one who came to honor everyone else.